This video is for business leaders who want to build brand trust and loyalty by using the media in an ethical rather than unethical way. Now, here's where I'm going to flip it, and that is, are you sick of the constant lying and deception in the media and online? This video is actually about the truth of social media, shared by insider Ryan Holiday in his book, Trust Me, I'm Lying. So this serves both as a book review and a way to apply these principles sort of in reverse of what he describes inside this book. So watch to the end for bonus material on 7 ways being dishonest destroys your influence and credibility, and with not only your brand influence credibility, but your relationships with what could have been longtime customers. So there's also, continue watching beyond that, because I have a recommended video which is about how to make your brand remarkable. So Ryan Holiday used to work for American Outfitters as what is normally considered a brand strategist. And what it really was, in his own words, is media manipulator. So this is an excellent and disturbing book, or an excellent, disturbing, and enlightening book where he outlines exactly how he and many others manipulate social media and media in general to get your attention and your clicks by basically any means necessary, and how the system, that is the media system, and especially online, incentivizes social media marketers to do anything to get those clicks, and why it's unlikely that they'll stop, because they aren't held accountable for anything unethical they do, as well as they are paid by the click. So the more clicks they get, the more sensational the story, the more money they make. So his framework is basically this: you start small, you take whatever information you want to use to market or build awareness for your brand or your product. You send your story to a tiny personal blog or a tiny personal YouTube channel, sent from a fake email address using an alias. So it seems like it's coming from somebody else, not the media manipulator. And these blogs and small channels are just happy to get something that they feel that seems to be newsworthy, and don't bother to check into the credibility or truth of what they're doing. They just want content, and they really don't care, and they themselves aren't held accountable. Everybody in this chain is essentially complicit. So when they post it, what you do next then is you send their post to another blog or another site that's larger than the one where it was first posted. And because it's come from this blog or site rather than from you, it appears to have slightly more credibility because it's already been posted online. And we all know everything posted online is true, right? So then you continue that process. You basically go up the chain of different media outlets, sources that appear to be more and more credible, and you go all the way up the chain. You continue this until it's picked up by national or international media. And he specifically cited how he did this to Gawker, I believe, but also did it definitely to the Huffington Post. That is, did the process I just described to get completely fake news, completely fabricated stories that he created to raise awareness for products in American Outfitters and other clients, where it was completely false, but use the technique to get it all the way to the national and international stage. So welcome to the bonus content. This is essentially 7 ways that doing this will undermine, or could potentially undermine, your brand credibility and customer loyalty if and when they discover you're doing this, and how you can do the reverse, be completely transparent, and get the opposite results. So the first one is that it violates what you could call the reciprocity principle. By doing that, that is, when you as the source give information to somebody that's misinformation or dishonest, Of course, they don't trust you, and they certainly won't do what normally reciprocity means, which is they do you a favor or you do them a favor and they do you a favor. You give them something of value, so then they become your customer and therefore reciprocate for that. That's the opposite of what's going to happen as soon as they find out you've lied, especially this intentionally. The next one is liking, and liking is about the similarity. There's different types, but specifically today we're talking about the kind of liking which is being identified as similar to other people or other companies, and because they are like you, you do business with them. Well, since most customers, if they find out you're lying and deceiving as we're talking about, unless they themselves identify themselves as liars, are going, these people, this company, this brand is not like me, but the opposite of me, and therefore I don't like them, I'm not similar to them, and I won't do business with them. Again, the reverse is true. The next one is, of course, social proof. And social proof is essentially when we look to others to decide how we behave. This is when you see celebrity endorsements or leaders in companies or leaders of any sort. When we're not sure how to behave as a group, we often look to the first behaviors, that is those who do something first, or to leaders, especially social leaders and things like that, natural leaders, and we emulate or we copy their behavior because we're not sure how to behave. So by you as a brand being dishonest, what you're doing in terms of the negative impact is you're showing others that this is the way to be a successful brand. And unfortunately, this is what's happening in a lot of this kind of media. People make fake things. They see, hey, well, it's working for them, so let's do that same kind of shady stuff. Well, the problem is when you get discovered, or why there's such a low trust in anything said online and in companies and that. This is the reason. It's fully earned. Again, do the opposite, get the opposite results. The next one is scarcity. You can call this a scarcity principle, or even the scarcity principle is good. We'll call it the scarcity principle. And because now we're flipping it over, because truth is scarce in the media, in the way people convey things to you by twisting and spinning the truth about their products, their company, and their brand, that makes being truthful and transparent and authentic in a real sense valuable, as opposed to the abundant misuse of information and distortion of information, which is abundant and therefore not valuable. So you want to be valuable? Tell the truth. Be what you actually say you are instead of faking to be what you say you are. And that will be valuable to your customers. The next one is loss aversion. And this is basically people hate losing things. That includes losing face, losing trust, losing their money to a company who has lied to and deceived them. So when a customer, whether it be an individual or a company, realize they have been made a fool of or deceived into engaging with your brand and your product, that's only going to happen once. Do the reverse, deliver what you promise, that is, avoid loss aversion, avoid making them feel like they've lost something, and they are far more likely to stay your customer for life. The next one is commitment and consistency, and this is about behaving consistently between your words, values, and actions. So if what you deliver isn't consistent, that is, your product isn't consistent with your promise in your marketing, people won't do business with or trust you. Again, doing the reverse. They will do business and trust you when you deliver what you promise. And as we all know, many companies, unfortunately, use this all the time, and it's sort of expected that, are they going to screw me over? That is the environment that has been created by this kind of unethical behavior. The final one is unity, and this is if you if what you do differs from what your customers do, now this is action, this is not social proof. It may seem superficially the same. They won't feel like you are a part of their group. So unity is when you, as a group, in this case, your company, your brand, and your customers or clients are moving towards a common goal together. Even if you're not doing it at the same time in the same place and even in the same industry, but you have a common goal that you share, that creates a sense of unity, which builds trust and influence. The other one is if you do the same action at the same time. Either of these, if you're doing something that differs from your clients, especially if they discover they've been deceived into believing differently, the influence you would gain from unity is going to absolutely disappear. So thank you. We're just about done the video, and please download my downloadable guide for this kind of stuff and how to use it positively. It's called the Positive Influence Primer, where you'll learn to use what I've talked about here and the 6 other persuasion principles to create superior marketing and be more persuasive. So I'll put the link in the description. It'll be at the top just below the title. And another one, which is my recommended video, which is about how to make your brand remarkable. So make your brand remarkable by watching this recommended video. And the recommended video will go right there and in the description. And if you wish to buy this highly recommended, excellent book, Trust Me, I'm Lying by Ryan Holiday, I have a link in the description also. It is an affiliate link, which means the price for you is the same, but I will get a commission on a book that you purchase. So if you want to do that, that's great. And it will actually take you to a list of recommended books, the number 1, the top position of which is the book I've talked about in this video. So that's it for Crush It Club 292 book review, Trust Me, I'm Lying by Ryan Holiday. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.